Good morning, this is day 5 of my self-retreat video project. In a few hours I'm going to end my fast, so for about 40 hours not eating any food, just drinking water, lots of water, and I also had 2 cups of coffee yesterday, so basically not taking in any calories. And I've got to say that was pretty easy for me. There were some minor, I don't know if I can call it that way, withdrawal pangs. So craving for the foods that I've had over the last days, weeks, or even months. Yeah, months. But that wasn't really that disturbing, that wasn't that much bothering me. At the same time, I already have some experience with fasting, so it was about 2.5 years ago someone introduced that idea to me and I gave it a try. So I fasted for 40 hours a week, more or less. Then I read some stuff online about even more health benefits to it. So I started fasting for a longer period of time, up to like almost 5 days. At the same time being relatively slim. So I was never obese, I was never really fat. But then throughout my experience, I started questioning the stuff I was reading, and I was reading some alternative sources, so criticizing the original source, and then I found out that there is not really much, if any, health benefits to it, and I can lose muscle mass after in an extended fast, so over, let's say, 40 plus hours. Obviously that's, speculating and guessing pretty much. But basically realizing that there are no magic health benefits didn't stop me from fasting, because there are some subjective benefits that I experienced, and so even though there is nothing like, I will lose just fat mass and I will keep my muscle mass, or the growth hormone is increased, but it doesn't really there are no magic health benefits or something like that, as far as my research tells me, but that's just where I concluded certain things. But still, at the same time, when I'm on the wrong path for some time, so eating maybe not so healthy, and it's not easy to go back to healthy, boring diet in a way. And fasting just helps me do that. Just giving myself this clear boundary. Okay, this we need to stop. We need to go for a break or something. Inside. I mean, I'm not saying that I have to go for 1 day vacation somewhere to change that, but just to change something, to make something, to make, like I said, it's just a psychological boundary for me, after which I know that this is a new period, and I know what I'm supposed to do. It's good that sometimes withdrawal pangs are happening, and I experienced some of them yesterday, because it's good just to observe it, to experience it. There's extra craving because my body got used to eating a certain for example, that in the morning I eat shitty breakfast or something, so there is craving for that, and it's good to just observe it, learn it, and just let it go. That's it. It's easier, basically. Oh, that's a good reason. That's a good way to put it. It's easier for me not to eat for straight after wrong path. It's easier not to eat than eat healthy, eat good, eat well, and just a little, because my craving would increase, and then I would be like, maybe some excessive thoughts would appear to just, oh, eat something more, it's okay, start tomorrow, or something like this. So I think it is just the most rational approach that I know of, based on my experience and based on the knowledge that I have. So in a way, it's like my small art of fasting, if I can say that. And what I mean by art of fasting, it sounds like there is something magical that you have to, you know, find out about it, that there is something extra not available to other people. And I think that's just the opposite, and it's the same about like my approach to life in general. It's not really about getting new information, something not available to others, but actually realizing that what I was looking at before is not really what it is, in fact. So like building the concepts acquired by my mind. So in this case, I was I remember basically, I think I studied in full the website of Dr. Jason Fung, yeah. And then it was debunked in a way by Mr. Antonis Damiano from My All In Fitness, Charistopoli. And then when I like, you know, just studied more about this conflict between two sides, I had to find out who's right. And basically my research tells me that, you know, like I said, there is nothing magical to fasting, but it's not harmful either. So this is why I'm not, you know, I'm not a freak about fasting. I'm not obsessed with fasting. I don't want to do like 40-day fasts or something, even though there is some part of me inclined to start, like, you know, to look for pain, to experience more and more pain. But at the same time, I still do fast, you know, because like I said before, it's just good for my psychology and for like psychological, you know, symbol, maybe, if I can put that way. Especially like, so yesterday and always when I'm fasting, it's like, you know, food is always distraction, this way or another. Even if it's a good food and even if I'm enjoying it, there is a, you know, like, all meals are kind of, you know, pretty relatively strong stimuli. So I think at the moment, like yesterday, when my goal was just to focus on like getting first of all the planning's done. So I was doing all the planning, so I just want to be concentrated just on this subject, and also like doing some meditations. So I did my meditation last night and it was, you know, it felt good. And, you know, actually fasting helps me to go, maybe not to go a little bit deeper, although I wanted to say that, but maybe just to be less distracted by other things. That's pretty much it. So, and again, like another argument against me that could be that is actually arising in my mind, that, or maybe in minds of others more, you know, if it's just like my, in a way, coping mechanism with overeating, because I would normally apply it after overeating, then maybe it's better not to do that, because otherwise your mind learns that it's okay to overeat, because, you know, it's okay if I overeat, I will do fasting. But in fact, and I mentioned that in day 2 video, that actually I'm saying to myself that it is okay to overeat in the first place. So I, like, you know, I don't even want to try stop overeating for life or something like that. So I know that I will be overeating on, you know, many times in the future, and I'm fine with that. And I will apply 1 day fasting, and, you know, this is just my decision based on what I think is best for me, based on what I know, best what I learn from external sources, and especially from internal sources such as observing myself. So I'm glad I did this fast, and, you know, I know that this is like going from from, you know, like I mentioned, happy diet or not so strict daily schedule or lack of one even, to, you know, more strict and, you know, hardworking daily schedule. But I'm looking forward to it. This is my decision. This is what I want. Nobody's forcing me to do that, and I'm, you know, I'm happy to do that. And, you know, once again, I hope that it might be interesting for some of you. I have already a lot of evidence that it is interesting to some of you. So once again, I'm happy if you want to stay tuned. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Bye.